This party is the one you go to. The best music is what you hear right now.
Good
The best
before we
life
begin,
is the one you
whenever
live in.
you get comfortable now, and we'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody. This is John Walsh again, and I'm here with my guest John Lee. John,
yes.
Welcome.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Yeah, we out of a fluke moment shook hands at the dinner table during work, and he came. So second guest from Christendom College.
Yeah, and a freshman from Christendom College. Oh man.
Yeah. So how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. It's been finals week, so it's been kind of hectic with finals, but kind of fun at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like a roller coaster.
Tell me about the fun. What's the hectic and what's the fun?
Let's see. Well, my roommates have been binge watching Breaking Bad.
Oh, really?
I kid you not. Like, just binge watching Breaking Bad. And so, like, normally I like to go to bed at, like, a reasonable time, like 10 p.m. or midnight because of, like, studying or whatever. But no, my roommates, they start watching Breaking Bad at, like, 11 p.m. And then we end up staying up till, like, 3 or one time I think, like, 4 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
It's bad.
Are you watching with them or are you
I'm
like
watching with them. And it's like, normally I'd be that guy that wants to go to sleep. And like one of my roommates has become one of those guys.
Oh no.
But like, I mean, I'm down for watching it. I mean, it's not like I have classes to go to, so. Yeah.
Sure. Sounds like a good time. I mean, I think my buddy Kieran O'Donnell used to do that. He would watch, what was that show? The zombie show. Oh, Waking Dead.
The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't either.
It's like, normally I watch like sitcoms and stuff, so it's like I've been introduced to more of a variety
Sure.
of shows and stuff. It's been pretty interesting.
What sitcoms?
Jeez. Let's see. More like sitcoms and dramas. Like Seinfeld, Frasier. I like Frasier. I used to not like it, but then I got like back into watching it, and I've like been loving it.
Cool. I've never seen that. I had a roommate who's obsessed with Seinfeld, and we both worked like a late job at the time, so we'd come home at the same time, and he just put on like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, Seinfeld's awesome. Yeah. In high school, we had to like recreate a scene, and so like I recreated the scene of like the soup Nazi.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen the soup Nazi?
No.
Oh, it's like an iconic Seinfeld episode. It's like probably like one of the, if it's not the top Seinfeld episode,
really?
It's like in the top 10 Seinfeld.
Oh, I gotta watch it now.
I've also like watched Friends, but then it kind of just gets bad and just horrendous. It's, I've watched How I Met Your Mother. That one I've like watched from beginning to end. The ending kind of sucks, but like a show, it's like honestly worth a watch. I highly recommend it.
I've only seen clips, but it seems like it's really entertaining.
It's a good show. It's
a
good show.
That's cool. I actually don't watch that much TV. I realized I've only finished, I think I've only finished 2 or 3 shows in my entire life.
Wow.
Not counting like kids' cartoons or something.
Exactly.
But I've finished the Jeeves and Wooster 1990s adaptation with Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie.
Okay.
Highly recommend. Based on the books by P.G. Woodhouse, and then I'm currently caught up on Stranger Things.
Ah, so. Nice. Yeah, my roommates were like watching Stranger Things, but then they're like, "Yeah, I've heard like the newer seasons suck, so we're just not gonna watch that." So then they switched to Breaking Bad. It's like, wow.
One does. I didn't mind it. I mean, there was some stuff I didn't like for sure, but there was some stuff I thought was pretty unique. They did cool. I mean, we won't know until the full half of the next part comes out, I guess.
True.
But they're already talking about making spin-offs, I guess, of Stranger Things. Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll see. Also, I just learned too that Joe Keery, who plays Steve, has been a successful musician for a number of years.
Wow.
And I think a lot of people, even just on like Instagram Reels or whatever, have heard one of his biggest songs and like never knew it was him, except for like the hardcore fan base or whatever. So
interesting.
I've just been like sucked in. My algorithm is telling me all these things,
Nice.
But he's a good musician, so.
My like hometown, there's like a few people that are like going into music and stuff. Like let's see, there's this guy Isaac Turner. So he has like so in Washington State, a lot of people are like into like metal and grunge music.
Sure.
So like, I don't know. I think their music is kind of grunge. I'm not too sure. I'd have to ask them again. But it's like, it's pretty interesting just seeing them like all come together and have like a band like from like different grades. Like Isaac, he graduated, so he's like a year older than me. So he's like unk status. And then there's some other guys like Warren, who I think was like, what is it called? He's like a year younger than me, or he's either a junior or a sophomore now. I didn't really talk to him much, but I remember like seeing him at the YMCA all the time. Like, I'm from like a small town.
Okay, so you probably
like,
run into everybody.
So like you run into everyone and everyone knows everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like the Andy Griffith show kind of.
Oh, okay.
Bit.
Wow.
Like in that sense. But yeah, like everyone would just hang out at the YMCA and work out because there's nothing else to do.
Fair.
Unless they like drove to like Port Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is like a 30-minute drive.
Oh, wow.
Swim. Yeah.
How what's the population of the town? Do you, like
Off the top of my head,
or just like a ballpark?
I want to say like probably like 5,000 people, maybe less. I know that like it's like a retirement town, so there's not a lot of young people there.
Oh, okay.
And the only young people there are like either they're kids of people that work for like the medical field, or they like work in the medical field.
Okay.
So it's like there's a lot of people that work in the medical field. Like let's see, there's a lady at my church that like works in the medical field and stuff, and like her son's going to like University of Mary. Jack Henniger, I think he's like on their football team or something like that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No, the reason I asked is originally I grew up in a suburb of St. Paul, Minnesota, which is like, big.
Right.
And then when I was a kid, like around 9 or 10, we moved up to northern Minnesota to a tiny podunk town of 600.
Wow.
Okay, so we would go to the next town over to buy like, emergency groceries or something.
Right.
And that had like 2,000 or 3,000. But
Yeah.
like you were saying, we would drive like 20 to 45 minutes to like go see a movie or like do
Yeah.
anything normal,
Yeah, and Washington State, a lot of the small towns, they have most of the amenities. I mean, there's definitely some small towns where there's like literally nothing at all, and like just a few people. But I've lived all over like the West Coast, but I was born in Washington State, so I was born in Gig Harbor, which is like used to be a very small town, but now it's like filled with like all these like California transplants and stuff.
Oh, sure.
It's kind of like how it is over here.
Yeah.
Except not as many Indians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would you say the biggest difference between the East Coast and the West Coast is you've noticed? I mean, I know Christendom's kind of its own little bubble. But...
Okay, so there are like two main differences. This is gonna sound so strange. The sidewalks,
Really?
yes.
Okay.
And then the cold is different.
The cold is it hits different?
It hits different. Like, I used to think that the Pilgrims were stupid for like being like, oh, they died because of the cold. Because like in Washington State, the cold, it's easier to live in the cold there.
Okay.
Because
is it drier?
It's more coastal. Like, I wouldn't say drier or wetter. It's just, I'm not exactly sure what the right word is. Maybe the salination because of the salt water and stuff.
Interesting.
And like, it's a very biodiverse climate.
Okay.
Like, Washington State is probably one of the most biodiverse states. So there's like different subclimates and stuff. Like, I think there's like a straight up rainforest on the Olympic Peninsula. I haven't visited it, but it was kind of close by to where I lived.
Sure.
Like, it was like an 2-hour drive to it. And what was very interesting about where I lived was it's a rain shadow. So like, basically no rain would come to it, even though it was in Western Washington, which is known for being very rainy and wet.
Interesting.
It's the wet part of Washington.
And then tell us about the sidewalks.
Oh, the sidewalks, yes. Okay, they are like, I think it's like the rocks they use, because they might use like local quarries and stuff in the States. Like in Washington State, the sidewalks are more gray. Over here, they have like more earthy brown tones.
Interesting.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like it sounds so stupid.
No, it's
But like if you notice it, you notice it.
sure.
Although I have been noticing more gray, which is kind of, it's like, oh, I'm back home.
You brought it with.
Yeah, I brought the gray sidewalks with me. Drove across the country, carried over a bunch of gray sidewalks and placed them.
Nice. I mean, you have all that spare time as a full-time college student, you know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That's great. So, what are you studying? I mean, you know, you kind of study the core, but
Yeah.
what have been some of your favorite things you studied this semester, and then what are you hoping to study?
Let's see. I love my history class. I have Dr. Timothy O'Donnell as my professor.
Nice.
And like some people are like, oh, he's a hard professor, but it's like, I love his class so much.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad that it's like I'm not gonna have him next semester, but it's like I feel like all my previous history teachers from high school have and even middle school have prepared me for Dr. Timothy O'Donnell. It's
Really?
kind of like, it's like how like in his like class he talks about how the Greeks and the Romans and the Hebrews like prepared for like the fullness of time and stuff.
Sure.
I feel like Dr. Timothy O'Donnell is the fullness of time of my history professors.
Really?
That's how I feel. It's like, I don't know if that makes sense,
Sure.
but like,
Cool.
yeah, it's kind of
Very cool.
interesting. He's like honestly probably been my favorite history teacher ever.
Yeah. No, I was fortunate to have him for that same class. So, yeah, I remember me and my buddy Dominic Mann at one point just like looked at each other because I think it was like one of the final lectures of the semester.
Yeah,
It was just like incredible.
it
So.
is. Oh, did you go to like the Ben-Hur movie night thing?
So Kieran O'Donnell hates me for this, but I didn't go. So yeah,
No.
I've never actually seen the movie ever
Oh,
before or after.
I never saw it before, but like it was like the same night as Jingle Jam. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have 3 more Jingle Jams to go to. I'm not gonna miss Ben-Hur at Dr. Timothy O'Donnell's house. It was so amazing, honestly. Like, it is probably one of the greatest movies out there.
Cool.
Yeah. It's like, it's a long movie, but it is so good.
That's awesome. What is it, like 3 or 4 hours?
Something absurd like that.
12.
It's like 3 hours at minimum.
Yeah.
It is so long. But yeah, some of those like old classic movies, they're just so amazing, like really well put together. And Ben-Hur's like just one of those movies.
Yeah.
Kind of like
definitely.
Gone with the Wind. Like, I mean, I understand that there's been some people saying like Gone with the Wind's problematic because of racism or whatever, but it is such a masterpiece of storytelling. And the cinematography of Gone with the Wind is awesome.
Is that one based on one of like the old literary works?
Yeah, so it was like, I forget her name, but basically it's about this girl in Georgia and like basically her going through the Civil War and like Reconstruction and like all that fun jazz and just making her way through it all and through relationships and all that fun jazz.
Gotcha.
It's interesting. I haven't read I have the book, but I haven't read it completely yet.
Fair. Yeah, I don't think I've read or seen it, which kind of blows my mind for how classic it is.
I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, I always thought I would have seen it by now. But,
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't grow up watching that in my family, but
Who knows?
yeah. But that's cool. And then what are you hoping to study further at Christendom?
I'm hoping to major in political science or double major in political science and history.
Cool.
I'm planning on either going into education or becoming a lawyer, so that means I'd have to probably go to grad school, because if you go into the education industry without grad school, you do not make a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you would definitely need to do that if you went into law. I think with education, it's a little bit easier.
It's
you still
easier
can
to-
definitely make more money if you go to grad school. But
Oh yeah, if you go to into law, it's like you can make a lot more money. But with education, it's like it depends on the degree you have. Like my mom's a teacher.
cool.
So she got her bachelor in multiple subjects from University of California, Sacramento State. and basically she can like teach multiple subjects, but because she doesn't have like a master's or a doctorate, she doesn't get paid as much as someone with a master's or a doctorate, because they get paid more than just a bachelor's.
Okay.
Yeah. And stuff.
Yeah. No, my sister's in education and I've dabbled a little bit, so.
Oh, nice.
There's nothing scarier than 8th graders. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't want to teach 8th graders. I'm hoping on either teaching high school or going and teaching history at the college level. I don't think I could teach political science at the college level, but definitely the high school level, I could see myself teaching it. Yeah.
Well, a lot of those subjects you could kind of cross train them into like humanities. And
it's the beauty of it. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you do any extracurriculars or, besides watching Breaking Bad with your roommates?
Oh, jeez. Recently, well, I was technically I am in the tennis club.
Nice.
And what other clubs? I'm like in the Fit Life club, so it's like I have been sick recently, and then with finals I haven't been working out, but I do like to work out in my free time. I mean, in Squim, that's literally what everyone does, because that's like the only place to hang out.
I was gonna say, it reminds you of home, right?
It reminds me of home. It's like, I go to the gym, I'm like, I'm here, home, but none of my friends from home are here.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's like when I listen to like a song that reminds me of somebody, it's like at first it like is happy because it like kind of brings them back. But if I like go like a year of that, I'm like, oh, this is depressing.
It is so sad. It's like, man, it's like so interesting. Like a lot of my friends, like, because we aren't like in high school anymore and like we're all off doing our own stuff, it's like sometimes we'll talk to each other, but it's like no one's been like hanging out. Like, I mean, I'm across the country, but I've been like talking to some of them. They're like, yeah, we haven't really been hanging out much. Brian's been working, and then my friend Mark, he's been working. He's like a supervisor at the YMCA now.
Oh, wow.
Which is like really impressive.
That is impressive.
I mean, no offense to him. I love him, but I would not expect him to become a supervisor.
It's come a long way.
It's come a long way. He'd be kind of lazy in class. Like, we were in math. I think I met him in math. And then senior year, we were in food science and safety together.
Oh, okay.
Me, Mark, Brian, and then some other guys too. So it was pretty awesome. I it was a pretty fun class.
Nice.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that I'm doing college, because according to the high school I graduated from, I should be doing like agriculture stuff or CTE, which is like credit, technology, business, trades.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take world language in high school.
Oh.
So, yeah. It was very fun applying to colleges and then getting rejected.
Yeah.
Like, I applied to 7 colleges, and then 2 of them accepted me. 2 of them had 3 had transcript problems. And then some just, like, straight up rejected me. They told me that I could, like... One of them told me I could transfer in, but it was like, which was my top school, Gonzaga. So Christendom was my second choice, tied with St. Martin's University.
Wow.
So it was kind of funny how like I ended up deciding going to Christendom was me. I was like talking to my friend Braden White, who like plays baseball for Olympic College, and he was like we're talking about like colleges and stuff. And he was like, John, let's just have a rock paper scissors match so you can decide which college you choose. And Christendom ended up winning.
Wow.
Rock, paper, scissors match. It's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's like, it'd be very interesting had St. Martin's win.
You're going to do that for your career too, right? Like.
Probably. I'm just going to like call up Braden White and be like, hey, yo, I need to decide between going into law school or education.
Yeah.
I think it honestly just depends on my GPA, because I know law school is a lot harder to get into.
That makes sense.
I mean, there's the LSAT stuff, which, as long as I study the Constitution enough, I should be fine in court cases.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You ever seen My Cousin Vinny?
Oh, I have. I've seen My Cousin Vinny, Legally Blonde. I haven't seen Legally Blonde 2, but I hear it's not that good. It's the other lawyer movies. Oh, I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. There's some law in that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because there's like custody battle stuff. I've thought about either going into family law or like environmental law, constitutional law. Those are kind of like the three groups of law I've thought of going into.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I have a buddy who did the whole thing, but I always was like, bro, why you want to do this? Like, he's like, oh, because you make lots of money one day. I was like, yeah, but it takes like 3 decades, between pre-grad and then law school and then the LSAT before that, but then the bar as well,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, well, it pays that much because it is like a very stressful job.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, so I was like in mock trial in high school, which is like this cool thing where they like have like a court case and then you kind of act it out and like you're either defense or prosecution. I was defense and I was a witness, which is pretty fun. I was like the defendant's boss. He's like this homeless guy. Like, basically how the mock trial case went was he was supposed to move his RV off of like this homeless shelter thing, and the guy was like selling it, and so he had to steal his property to get it back, to get it out. And there's just a bunch of miscommunication stuff. And then I'm like recently I was watching Breaking Bad, like when Jesse like steals the RV from like in like season 2 or whatever from like the impound thing, and I was like, wait, did the Washington State like mock trial people just like steal? They just watched this like, oh yeah, we're gonna just steal this and just tweak a few things, make Jesse employed, and change his name to Chris. It was
bizarre.
It was quite the court case. But yeah, it was nice. There's like, I was able to defend myself pretty well, but there's this one super preppy school, Seattle Academy. Oh god, I hated those guys. They're like crossing me, and I was just like trying not to get like ticked off. It was like, oh my lord, can you just stop asking me these questions? You're asking all the questions to get your way, and I'm just gonna stonewall and defend against
No, I remember because I think I was considering doing mock trial at one point. I was like, oh, it looks kind of fun, and then I realized like how serious it is. I was like, oh wow, that seems like another subject. Like that seems like a lot of work.
Honestly, could be another subject. Like it is really intense, but like I loved it. It was so awesome. Like I mean, it is stressful, but there's just something about law that I just love a lot. Same with history. It's like history and law. It's like, I don't know, like, you know how like some people have like their like autistic fixations? It's like history and law are like my autistic fixations.
Yeah, well, they're definitely important because I can definitely say like I don't have either of those. So I'm like, all the more power to you. We need people to do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, I don't see the subjects in school so much as a subject, but a lens, if that makes sense. So, like, learning about the history of something that I already like is cool to me, but 99% of that isn't what you study in history class, right?
Yeah.
Like, we study cultures and wars and that kind of thing for the most part, versus, like, the history of technology or, like, inventions or, like, music or something like that. Like I'm like, I would love to learn about that, but where is that class? Where do I sign up?
Yeah, history is very interesting because you can look at so many different kinds of things. I really love looking at like the causality of events and stuff. Like that's what I really liked, was like the cause and effect part.
Yeah.
So it's like basically this thing happened which caused this thing, and it's just watching this domino effect and like the storytelling of mankind. And like going to public high school, it's like you have like the secular approach to it, which part of me likes it more than what Christendom does, but I still love what Christendom does because it gives me like both perspectives to like kind of like combine like my view of history, and I just love it so much.
Well, that's good that you're thinking for yourself, because I think the tricky thing about studying almost anything is, you're gonna run into some level of bias,
Yeah, I
one way or
know.
another, and
Yeah.
that's not. I mean, it's unavoidable, but
Yeah, it's like everyone has biases, but I think you see this with the modern day. It's like so many people will like just hop on a bandwagon and not think critically for themselves. And I mean, this is why I'm like an independent. Like, I mean, I lean Republican, but I'm not going to become a Republican, and I'm not going to become a Democrat. I'm going to think for myself, vote for like what I
for
believe.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for
Everyone
myself.
vote for John Lee.
Yeah. I'm going to vote like critically what I think is the best. Like in the Washington state election, there's only one Democrat I voted for, and it was I think it was like the state auditor, because the other option was a Mormon. I was like, oh heck no, I'm not voting for a Mormon. They're too secretive. Not a huge fan of those guys. I mean, I'm friends with some of them, but I'm like, that's a little.
That's funny.
A little something else, man. They're goofy.
My dad would always joke about like, on the really big elections, like not like but just the ones that have the most things to fill out. He's like, yeah, it's pretty hard to research like the water keeper, like like those random positions that exist, but there's no way to know anything about them.
Well, I mean, I know like so many people hate on mail-in balloting, but the cool thing about Washington State is when they give you your ballot, they also give you a thing with like information on all the candidates. Whereas like when I went to vote here in Virginia, because I'm now a Virginia resident, all that fun jazz.
Right.
It's like they just had the candidates' names. They didn't have information about the candidates.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Wow, I wish more states were like Washington.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, so many people trash on Washington. Like, I mean, I get like, oh, it's a liberal state, but it's like, I'd say out of all the liberals across the nation, the Washington State liberals are like the most educated. Like, you can have critical conversations with them. I'm not talking about Seattle, but outside of Seattle, you can have critical debates and discussions, and like, as long as it's civil and stuff, it's like, you can like grow to like understand each other, and that's what I love about it. And I just wish more like people would like understand that.
Yeah,
it's like so beautiful.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. Yeah. Like that kind of hit on something I told some of the students the other day, where I was like, you guys don't realize like how good you have it, at a place like Christendom, and I was told like the world isn't as black and white as you might think.
Yeah, and it is very gray.
Yeah, so
it's very gray.
There's a lot of good Samaritans, and unfortunately a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
but yeah, man, well, that's cool. Any parting anecdotes or words of wisdom for us?
Let's see. Well, as my English teacher Sean O'Mara would once say, embrace the complexities. And see, I'm trying to think if like any of my other high school teachers, like Mr. McFarland, gave me any good words of wisdom.
No, I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Life is complex.
It is complex.
Sometimes it's annoying, but
yeah,
it definitely keeps me on my toes. So
yeah. God is always with you.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Well, thanks for being with us again tonight, guys.
You're welcome.
And thanks for being on here, John, and everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm releasing this. I hope you either had a good Christmas or you're gonna have a good Christmas.
Yeah.
But happy Advent, Merry Christmas,
Happy Advent.
Happy New Year. So, all right.
All right.